What's going on, guys? MDLP from the Battle Axe, the Strongman gym in Miami, where strength is everything. Answering questions for the modern day Viking, bringing that shit back. Got a question here on the YouTubes, as Mark Bell would say, about training programs for strongman and powerlifting. Boy Sean writes here. He wants to do raw powerlifting and strongman competitions. And he's been working on dropping weight, building his GPP. And he's looked at books into 5-1, the Juggernaut, Cube, etc. And he wants to know what method I would recommend, or is there a difference for a beginner? A pretty in-depth question. I'm going to try to answer it as efficiently as possible. First, I'm going to start off with, well, thanks for the support. But seriously, if you want to do one or the other, it's going to be a lot easier for me to answer this question. If you're a person that wants to do both powerlifting and strongman, which is kind of what I've been doing, there's going to come a time when you need to focus a little bit more on the other. For instance, as my strongman competitions come closer, I will probably obviously start using much more strongman implements. My heart and my competitive drive belong to strongman. Currently, I'm not focusing heavy on rugby or martial arts just yet, or powerlifting. I do them on the side. There's no way you can be a strongman without powerlifting. That's a fact. But I won't do as many raw squats. I'll implement a lot more conditioning, medley runs, minute rounds, burnout sets and stuff. A little bit more than the average powerlifter, because they need to really recuperate their strengths for 1-rep maxes and sets and stuff. But as a strongman, that 1-minute conditioning for several reps is huge. To high, heavy volume training, there's a little bit more focus on that. Plus the implement training. You need to learn how to use a log, the kegs, the yoke, the stones, the sandbag. Little extra stuff that as a powerlifter, although it can make you strong, it still takes you away from the discipline of your sport. So if you're like me and a person that is maybe more driven by strongman and does powerlifting as a passion or as a side thing to just continue to stay strong, there's a lot of programs out there that will really make you an overall better athlete. When I first started lifting heavy, I followed the conjugate, the West Side barbell method, and I took what I wanted from there. And I did 5-3-1 a while ago as well, years ago. I took what I wanted from 5-3-1. I took what I wanted from the conjugate and the West Side barbell method. I also did Elliot Hulse's lean hybrid, or his strongman approach. I looked into the cube. So maybe I have a little bit more experience than you, Sean, as a beginner. But I took what worked for me, and I basically broke down my methods into push, squat or pull, rest or conditioning, push, and then strongman event day. I've done videos like this before, and I broke down what I wanted from each. If you're going to pick either one, both the Juggernaut, the Cube, 5-3-1, West Side, whatever you want, I recommend that you stick to that particular method for a while. And for a while, I mean maybe 4 to 6 months, or 8 or longer. The only thing you need to focus on is if you're getting better. Since you claim to be a beginner, just be happy that you're losing weight or making gains in any sort of way. Keep yourself accountable. Make sure that your weight is going up. Follow the program to the T, because if you half-ass the program, you're going to get half-ass results. Then you're going to be constantly bouncing around, which is what I see a lot of people do, is basically approach a method of lifting, and they'll just do it maybe just for 4 weeks, and they go, oh, well, I like this method, I'm going to see gains here, and then they keep bouncing around, and they don't give enough respect or time to a particular program. So, again, if you're going to be a powerlifter, I had the most success with the conjugate method. I enjoyed it very much. I love the approach. I tried my best to be as close to West Side as possible for almost a year, and I had a great time doing it. As far as strongman's concerned, I pretty much derived my own training for strongman, but heavily influenced by the conjugate method, the Cube, and Elliot Hulse's strongman training. Those three were super important for me to derive my own choices and my own training program and high volume training, etc. I kind of made my own thing, and it's working well for me. The only reason why I haven't changed my particular training program is because it's working. It's helped me win some events. I keep getting stronger currently, and I feel very good doing it for the last 9 months. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Again, as you get closer to a particular competition, if you choose to do powerlifting first, focus more on your powerlifting. Let your strongman take a little bit of a back seat. And as you get closer to a strongman competition, let the implements and the stuff that you need to train for the strongman approach or the strongman competition start to take more of an important role in your training. So hope that helps, Sean. Just keep it simple, man. As long as you're making fucking gains, don't fuck with it. So cheers.